What's up, guys? Welcome to the Stats Free Sports channel. Let's get right into it. Let's talk about KaVontae Turnip's great night versus the LA Chargers last night. Let's get right into it. So, KaVontae Turnip, undrafted guy, former USFL MVP, a couple other things as well. We're going to get into his past history. Took 2 returns yesterday on the LA Chargers. I know it's preseason, I know, but that could spell a bigger role for this guy. Signed a 3-year deal in July after training camp started, and he could be a missing weapon. We know Michael Gallup's out for a little bit after last year's injury. We know James Washington is out at least half the season off of this injury that happened during training camp. And we're also going to talk about a little bit about Jalen Tolbert, rookie, who hasn't quite been too great in his first 2 preseason games. We'll talk about it. But first, KaVontae Turnip. I remember him back in the day, a couple years ago, playing for TCU. And I don't know if I was doing YouTube during that time. If I was just starting out trying to just hit all the hot topics, really. I wasn't really doing anything I wanted to do. So he was on my radar, a couple other guys as well. But he got lost in the sauce. He got some stuff go on off the field. I don't talk about off the field stuff here, but he had some stuff go on, some nasty allegations. He was kicked off a TCU team. And I lost most people, I would think, but I know for me, speaking for me only, I lost track of them. I forgot about them, got lost in the sauce, trying to keep up with every team, trying to do video. People just get lost. What happened to them? Whatever. You know what I mean? You find out, and then either going to transfer, either going to go here, go there, end up going nowhere. The next thing, he popped up in the fan control league in 2021. Also, he did the European Football League in 2021 as well. That didn't last too much longer. Then he went to USFL 13th round of the inaugural season last year and wound up being the daggone MVP. Had a great year. I watched every game of his last year. Sight to see, man. Great returner, great speed, great shiftiness. So him and 3 other guys are from USFL or on NFL rosters right now that I can think of. If it's more, let me know. But I know 3 other guys. One for the Packers. One for the Packers. I forgot other teams that he's been on as with other people are on as well. But I know for sure one of the Packers. I think one of the Browns as well, maybe. But he and those other guys as well are showing you that the USFL could be a little. No, if you play well, it could be a ticket into the NFL. And some of these guys are like Turpin, who had challenges and downfalls in college and later on in life that kind of prohibit them from going to the NFL right away. They took the long route, and that was self-imposed. The thing that Turpin has been accused of. I don't know if it's proven fact or not, or just accused. I'm not sure. I haven't looked it up too much, but things like that definitely can derail your career. He fought back. I mean, hey, 2019, a couple years ago, he was on track to be drafted. In my personal opinion, wasn't because of that situation. He fought back. Fan Football Control League. That's where Johnny Manziel's at. That's where T.O.'s at now. At least for a couple games last season. So see stuff like that, and you fight back and you hustle and grind for that. He also played in the Indoor Football League in 2020. So to make the gap a little bit closer, to close the gap a little bit. He was an NFL football, Indoor Football League 2020 for a team, I believe, in Florida. Then he came to, no, excuse me, he was in Frisco. He was the Frisco Fighters, excuse me. Then he went to Fan Football Control League and the European Football League, and then the USFL in 2013. So, to have a story like that and a show out like this is great to see. No matter what his past was, it's great to see. Signed a 3-year deal. The Cowboys could have a weapon for the cheap for 3 years because, as I said earlier, bringing back to Tolbert, Tolbert stock has kind of been down these first 2 games, and I understand it's preseason. Same about Turpin's performance. It's been good. You can't count too much on it, but excuse me for that loud notification. But you can definitely factor in a little bit. When you see other rookies that were drafted behind a guy like Tolbert from South Alabama, who I thought I still think very highly of. Only 2 games, but they've been performing better than he has. But everyone's not on the same track. Everyone's not on the same level right now. People learn different paces, as we all know, growing up in school. So, just for Tolbert, a little struggle here and there the first 2 games. Um, I don't think much of it, but it definitely is a little cause to keep an eye on. But it's only, like I said, not even the start of the rookie year yet. Or if you want to consider preseason the start of the rookie year, you can. But the real games start a couple months, about a month from now. So I don't think too much of it. But Tolbert is due for a big role. Washington's out. As I said earlier, Gallup is out for a little bit. They didn't bring anyone else. I thought they might bring in Emmanuel Sanders. I thought they could possibly trade for Nelson Aguilar. You got T.Y. Hilton still out there. There's our options they could bring in. It's getting kind of late, though. It's getting kind of late, so I don't know if they're going to do anything or not, but Turpin could, you know, bring a little spark, not just on a kick return or punt return end, but also on the receiving end as well. That could definitely be an option. Like I said, he is there on a multi-year deal, so if he does pan out, they got him for the cheap for 3 years. So they're gonna get potentially prime Turpin if he can pan out to be, more than just a returner. They got that man prime 3 years, so that could be a godsend for him, man. But we'll definitely see. Um, you know, how everything turns out. Like his story, I love his story of fighting back from adversity. Everything happens for a reason. Things do happen in life that can change the course of things. You know what I mean? So, I'm not condoning what he did. If he did do it, I'm not quite sure, but he definitely did fight his butt to get back to where he wanted to be, and even better. You know what I mean? He's on a bigger stature than he probably would have been coming out of college. Because the USFL last year, he was phenomenal. MVP for a reason, not just return or special teams MVP. He was MVP the entire league. He was that good, that explosive, that game changing. He could bring a smidge of that to the Cowboys with all these wide receiver injuries at the very top, and Tolbert being kind of iffy right now, still in preseason. Turpin could definitely turn up and potentially, bring a spark that's very, very needed to this Cowboys squad. But that's it for the video, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys next time.